going on, everybody? Welcome back. I don't know what's going on. Chatbot was being a little bit weird. Messages seem to be coming through now, but I think this is like 2 nights in a row that the first message doesn't seem to get picked up, and then the second one does. But I think we're good. I can at least see your message, Doctor. How we doing? I see you copied my test message. Yeah, for some reason, so they said that that's supposed to be working on here, but unfortunately I do not see the emotes on my chatbot, so I don't know what exactly is up with that. I might reach out to them again and see. Beat 2 Remembrance bosses? Nice. Very, very nice. I did a little bit of exploring last night. Cleared out 2 areas and 2 field bosses. So making a little bit of progress. I did upload episode 3 onto the YouTube. I think what I'm gonna do is put out episode 4 tomorrow. And then I think next week we've got the Open Championship for golf, so I will upload those videos individually at noon. But I think we'll put out the Elden Ring videos. I don't know if we want to do it like upload the videos right when stream ends, or if I should upload them earlier in the day. Maybe a little bit earlier in the day would be better. But my goal, I've got some free time. I'm gonna try and play some golf with the free time and do some things around the house. But I should be able to record some more and edit some more stuff so I can start getting a couple days ahead. Can release a few more episodes of the Elden Ring playthrough. I just don't really want to get into a situation where I have nothing recorded. I'd rather have it where like I have a couple things to edit and upload than I have nothing waiting in the wings, you know? So that's where I'm at. I think 3 have been released. I'm gonna try and put out 4 for tomorrow. I wanna say last night was episode 8. So we're making progress for sure. Getting some time into the DLC. I'm gonna try and utilize shorter streams this week and next week to get ahead on that, because I'm not gonna play the early access. I'm not paying the extra because I don't know anything, but the new EA college football game comes out the 19th. So I don't think I want to go early access on that and pay the extra money. So I'll skip out on it for that week, and then we'll come in fresh. I'm thinking maybe doing a week of just the football, like take a week off from golf, do just the football for a week, and then the following week go back to PGA and football. I think is how I want to go about it. So I'm trying to think here, so let's do this. Oh, what's going on, kids? That's so weird. So all of Doctor's messages came through, but Kiz's didn't in the chat bot. So I see your message, Kiz. I'm not seeing it on the bot, which I don't know why. So I'm not ignoring anybody. I just am unable to see it. So let's take a look at this TGC schedule. My words are hard. So we are here. So we've got the Scottish Northern Trust this week, week 41, the Open Championship. This is Olympic qualifying. I guess. See, I guess we would want to play the Olympic There's no point in playing the Olympic qualifying. We're not going to make it in, not with how stacked the US is, and I guess I could technically try and rep Italy. Let's just look at the leaderboard from, say, last week's probably not a good example because of how well we did. Is that the beginning of the show? I know, but I still feel bad about it. I mean, maybe under, I guess we have the US flag on here, right? We technically would have to have declared Italian flag on the website. Yeah, if we went Italy, we'd be easy in, but I don't want to do that. So we'll play the British Open, or the Open, and then Twin Cities Championship. Maybe we take off of this. It's my birthday week, so we'll play some college football. Then get back into golf and college football, because then we're going to start ramping it up here. So we can kind of take it easy, but keep our pulse on the game. And then we'll try and make it to the final part of the championship if we can. That would be the ultimate goal. See if we can eke out a tour championship appearance. I don't know that we can. It's going to be a tough ask. But we've made it in the past, so yeah, not much. And then, you know, hopefully sometime a little bit after here we get, you know, sometime in here maybe we get some info about a new game. Would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think this will be the week we find out about how much we enjoy the new college football game, how much we enjoy it, and how much you guys enjoy it. Because ultimately, you know, both of those things need to synergize for the optimal situations. All right, so I want to pop out this chat. I just am kind of paranoid about just a little bit paranoid about things working properly, so we're gonna open that window, that window, that window, that window. Basically, I've got duplicate instances of the different chats to make sure that the bot is getting all of the messages it should. I hope they're able to work out some of the kinks, because I do like this bot for combining chats when it is fully functional. Alright, let's see what conditions we're gonna be facing in round 3, and then see about getting some warm-ups in. Tonight's stream won't be as short, because I did kind of fly through a back 9 and a round. Tonight we will play 2 full warm-up rounds. I was a bit on the speedy side yesterday. Mostly because round 1 did not go well, and, you know, I wasn't enjoying it. Very firm, moderate, fast, high winds. Just kind of one of those things, like the leash. I think my leash with this game is very short at this point in time. Like, we've just we've played so much and like, how many hours do we have? 769 nice hours in the game. Which, considering we had like 2 months off with having a kid and we cut the hours down and stuff, I would say is still a pretty substantial amount of time. But I think more than the number of hours put in, I think it's the expectation of self and the amount of time that has passed since the game came out. Yeah, definitely trying to... Yeah, I definitely don't want to get burnout, right? I think we're teetering a fine line just at this point. Yeah, I know it's easy to say if we were better... Oh, if we were better, we wouldn't get as burnout, but that's a childish thing to say, I think. Slow. I forget, I feel like I've looked this up before. Golf hole width. 4 1/4 inches, so it's 2 1/8. Essentially 2 inches to the edge of the cup. Just as a point of reference for when I'm doing aim, because I believe it's 20 inches from the center to here. Or no. Yeah, 20 inches from the center to here, so about 2 inches of that, or half a cup. You can probably then kind of look at that to try and figure out what 4 and all of that looks like. So low 80s. It's very firm though. So that could be enough. Oh, I hit it straight. Let's see what this kick looks like. I know it's only an 8-iron, but I really thought tailwind, very firms, we'd get a bigger bounce out of that. It's a little bit sharper through here. So this is one where I am fairly certain it breaks a little bit more. And the reason I say that is because the grid, if you like look at it the way that I'm trying to, the grid went like on a sharper angle and then kind of flattened out towards the end. So if you're reading it over at the end as if it's a straight line, you're gonna underread it because it jumps up a little bit more. It's like a very subtle detail, but it's definitely something to be on the lookout for. Yeah, definitely been putting myself into more of these situations. I just think the more that we see these pitches, I think the better it's going to be for us. That's fast. That I did feel. Not a good input. You gotta stay. I'm like trying to, in my head, right? The feeling that I'm trying to get is like, get to the top, slight pause, go. And I kind of got myself out of sequence, so yeah, when it feels like you're off at the top, it's very easy to throw the club down. Mr. Pseudo Swede, how are we doing? Yeah, so back to back there, get a little bit aggressive on that downswing. Just got to be able to keep the swing in the pocket a bit. See, it's so deceiving. That 96 to 97% is like 10 yards. Let's do it. Alright, brain goes a little bit on the slow side just after all of those fasts. It's okay, we'll dial into it at some point here. Mostly just trying to get it back towards this shelf. Playing 9 after work tomorrow and it's forecasted to be mid-90s. You and the wife are playing this Saturday evening and it's supposed to be 100. I'm trying to get out this weekend, Swede. And I'm battling the weather. Not necessarily the temperature. We've got, yeah, if I lose power, it's because we've got some pretty heavy thunderstorms coming in shortly here. We're on a severe thunderstorm watch for the next 2 hours, but supposed to be thunderstorms on Friday. That looks like now is actually going to go through all of Friday. And then it's supposed to rain again on Saturday. And so I might just be washed out. Maybe tomorrow after work I at least try and get out to the range. I might have to do that. It's supposed to be 91 tomorrow, but sun's out. Yeah, I might be completely washed out. Of course, it's like I have a free weekend because my wife is taking the kiddo and going out of town. So I was going to try and play 9 Friday after work, play 18 Saturday, and it might just be a full wash. You're getting the house repainted this week, so don't need any... Dude, we waited... So we got our deck redone in October. You know, had to sit for 6 months with the pressure-treated wood and all that. And then it sat until, like, mid-June before it actually got stained because we just had rain every couple days. So we finally got it stained. Now we're waiting for the guy to bring somebody back to like clean up the stain and stuff that's like on the concrete. Of course it like starts to, this is such a funky break. Ay, okay. Oh, the brake right at the end. Ah! Didn't actually move as much in the middle part. Stayed a little bit too straight. Not a bad effort, though. Ooh, drivable 4. Question is, very firm off the fairway. This probably needs to be, like, lofted. Golf simulator bars? I know we have one golf course that has a TrackMan that you can rent for like 35 bucks an hour. But I would definitely have to make an executive call that I'm not gonna get out due to the weather, you know, ahead of time. So that I don't get screwed out of a tee time, but I don't think we have any. Actually, there might be one. I was looking for different golf courses in the region. I did see something pop up. I'd have to dig into it a little bit more. There may be one with a few more spots. Also, look at that shot. That's a pretty nasty shot in a good way. Big fade on the drivable 4. All right, the thing is it's downhill. I'm gonna be a little bit more on the aggressive side. Dude, okay, I am telling you, I have not lipped out in months. And this week, I have lipped out upwards of 10 times. I am very slow to pull the trigger on, like, they made changes. But I am having very hard time refuting that right now. Oh, we're hanging right. That's surprising. I thought very firms that would still release. Okay, so for this, you're hitting it. It's slower, but it's gonna want to chase down, but it is turning. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder that's going on in the background, but the storm is a-coming. $278. Give this a little bit to fight through. Yeah, hit it a little too far. I just saw a flash. Again, I say, I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder. But that was definitely louder than the last time I said that. Always low. Always low. I gotta figure out some way to get better at putting. I know I say it all the time, I just really don't know how. I might have to, at some point, like, sit down and just play with putt previews on. And just see the way that stuff breaks. Like, remap some, like, visualization in my head. You know? Alright, let's try a D-lofted gap wedge pitch. It's too fast. But that's the right idea. That's definitely the right idea. It's a cruel game that we play. It's a very cruel game that we play. Just how do you nicely put very discouraging? So you got a tenor at the back. That goes long, that goes right about there. I think because of the uphill. Yeah, well, it's good, TFR. I like the way that felt. Line seems good. It's carrying a few yards too long. So you give it a slide. Has to be fairly steep at the start, right? You like to see it center cup. You do like to see it center cup. Ooh, drivable 4 again. We've already had one. I think we missed the putt, but we've already had one really nice approach shot. Let's see, it'll go right of here, wind will hold it. We want to go a little more. Got the right distance. I wanted to get it just onto the green. Okay, we're turning towards the hole. Probably gonna run out the back. Oh man, what a shot. All right, drivable par 4s have been on the money here. There it is. There it is. Make things a little easier on ourselves. $168 yards. So you're gonna get uphill, wind in a little bit. Very firm and a little release. I will say it's kind of crazy. 101 fast, and all of a sudden you're 8 yards past the hole instead of pin high. Like it's, or 8 feet, not 8 yards, but you missed just that little bit too much. See, that's not that big of a break right over the middle portion. This wants me to go like real aggro, which would put me something like here, and then it's also it's kind of crazy how much, like, if you are playing that much extra pace on it, how much less break you can play on the putt. Yeah, I don't think even if you got a bigger amount of overpower, if it's going to do you much good. If anything, it might even put you into some more compromising spots. Uphill, into wind a bit. I'm going to get some release. I'm going to give it just a hair of check. So not as much short. But then again, also hit just barely fast, and so that adds distance, and it's just another piece of the equation. So this is like so flat at the start. I am now, as funny as it sounds, having looked up what the diameter of the hole is again, is helping me better understand where 4 inches, 5 inches is, and making adjustments from there, because I think sometimes I'm misplaying what that number is. Because I know, obviously, midway is going to be 10, but that in between 10 down to like 5, okay, well, where is that exactly? That's been quite helpful. All right, pitching wedge, we'll give it a little D-loft. Yeah, but you can't do that. Can't do that. Horrible tempo. And then this is just... on the one hand, you're playing it safe. On the other hand, it could be short, yeah. But like, look at how much that releases. I landed that as short as you really could without really risking death. All right, sure, yeah, we're gonna go back the other way. I get it. Uphill 5 yards. That's just not gonna be it. I'm not getting 13 yards off on this. I mean, maybe if you lofted quite a bit. Alright, so let's go 4-iron. It's uphill. 213. Call it 212. 204. Maybe 202. Give it a little loft. A little draw back into it. Still 4 yards long, so somewhere in there, I guess the uphill takes away from that. Takes away from that wind, but I really can't go down a club. Where are these storms at? Are they fairly passed through? Like, was it a hit and run? Because they're kind of coming up the coast. Okay, so the big stuff has gone through. Now we just got rain. So I think... Actually, it does look like there's the chance of some bigger stuff potentially hitting us. But that's not going to be for another hour and a half, 2 hours. Can't get those fast. I think the pause at the top is good. It's the rhythm at which you come out of that. Alright. Now I know that this is maybe a more risky shot. 93, 97. Like, it should be a very gentle bounce. Not with that fast. Gosh darn it. Rude. Dying just below the hole on me like that. Alright, so 9-iron. It's some loft, some backspin. Not a lot, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm all of a sudden swinging like very fast on these. I'm getting real tired of it. I'm getting real tired of it. How many times can it happen in 1 week? Alright, let's try and focus on this one. I probably want to land it in, yeah, probably in that 240-ish kind of area. 240 is there. That's, yeah. Did that cut through? What's going on, Homer? Thank you. How are you doing? Alright, I mean, we ultimately did not want to be too shortened in that bunker, so I think we have to be okay with that play. Be good. For once in your life, be good. There it is. Of course, sweet. That's what we eagle, right? We get the proximity shot early. Well, we did make one proximity, but the really nice, drivable, beautiful shot don't convert the eagle. That one though, we make. Alright, one more drivable 4. OB surely is in play. So let's see, something Tobias Fugay here. I slowed it, OB. Off the fence, back in play. Damn. Missed my tempo. That was the one way you can't miss that. Yeah, if I'm baby fast instead of baby slow, this is the outcome. So we can still make par. We can still make par on this. Oh, it kicked out to the left? That was supposed to take a kick to the right when it landed. Well. Okay, fine. Fine, be that way. But yeah, you gotta hit tempo. You gotta hit tempo, or at least there know, like, if I'm gonna be aggressive with it, I need to err on the fast side and just not bring out of bounds into play. It's fine. It is what it is. Default greens on round 4 here. 7.6, so that might still be the play, because we're playing 7.5. Yeah, it was a bogey because we hit it out of bounds and had to re-tee. So we had to take the extra stroke. Are these events, they don't have any entrance fee charged for it? Okay. Let's see what Fishbowl has. Otherwise, we'll probably play Elite Round 4. Renaissance Club. Very slow. Never mind. Get in there, Homer. Thank you for the follow. Alright, let's just play Elite Round 4 and then we'll play our Plat Round 3. Yeah, high, very firm, firm, and 7.6. So actually, like a very similar setup to round 3 of Plat. I think everything's the same except the green speed is just ever so slightly different here. And now with this, you've got about 10 miles an hour of wind, slightly uphill. Gonna play some D-loft or some top spin. Not that fast. The faster killing me right now. I gotta slow myself down just a little bit. Up to the top, down. Like, just keep that rhythm just a little bit smoother. Okay, I feel like this 7-iron could be definitely a few yards short. 6-iron, you're trying to loft it in. I want to see about if we de-loft the 7-iron here. That's the swing. That swing is money. As is the shot. That's what you gotta do. You know, the real problem with it is we have to replicate it so many times. You know? Problem is you've got, it's a par 69. Obviously we're trying to go double digits under par, but that means you've got to make that input. You know, take out the putts and stuff. I mean, but you're still talking like doing that 30, 40 times. It's taxing. It's not easy. All right, 125. We're not gonna lose 10 here, or 12 for that matter. It'll be close though. Probably just a touch aloft. Too far out to the right. Alright, let's see. Let's see a man about a horse. What's this break look like? Oh, we're on a mound. Excellent. So we know it's breaking just ever so slightly down here. And then on this, if we're aiming out to the right, hey. And that goes just a touch right at the start. I don't know how I'm supposed to read that, really. Whatever. You know, if it looks like it's gonna break one way at the start and it doesn't, then so be it. A little bit of lofts. A lot of fade. Playing it up this right-hand side, cover the bunker. That slow made it a little bit scarier, but that's definitely the part of the fairway that we're going for. Alright, this screams draw. Use this wind, draw it in. Everything is kind of feeding here. Alright, that's the input. There's the draw. It's hanging maybe a touch right. But I feel like that's the best way to shape it in there. Because at that length, I definitely don't have it to go straight over that bump with a 6-iron. But, got plenty of room to work on the right side. Alright, not as drivable as it was last round, eh? Though I do think you can send this a good ways down. This left-hand side. Because the further you go down here, you actually still have plenty of attack angle. That's not nice. Okay. Well, this changes things, yeah. %, huh? 47. I guess you could take a full pitch and just play like a touch of backspin. It should, the heavy rough should release quite a bit, and it's just gonna play so sideways. Not really gonna factor for wind to do anything here. Break my wrists. And the ball's gone. I just don't want to play more backspin than that. In case it gets full low roll. Alright, so barely moves to the left. The bigger thing is, how does this move back left to right at the later stages? Gonna play it with a little bit of aggression, I think. Okay, maybe cut that just a little bit too close. But a made putt is a made putt. And the big thing is trying to build that confidence in here. Definitely not an easy thing to do. $188. 195. You get some wind. Maybe you can work a 7-iron. I hit that fast. It's gonna be too far left. Yeah. I think you could work the 7-iron in that way. You just gotta hit tempo. If anything there, I gotta hit it baby slow. Cannot be hitting it like that. So ultimately, I think our Our objective when we're playing these rounds, we have to avoid that input. Like, it's okay to miss tempo, right? Obviously, you want to hit all your tempos, but to be that far off, that's where it starts to just destroy you. And it's also knowing, like, I think, where your miss is on the tempo, right? It's like, big fast with a draw, like, that's gonna kill it. It's gonna be way too far. Okay, see, like, we have a par 5 here. It's uphill. We're gonna lose some more. Wind is gonna take it back out. But what I think we need is an excessive amount of shape. And then maybe that to get some extra distance back on it. Because now we're trying to work the 4-iron back in against this breeze to get attack angle at the hole. Now I hit slow, and that was, again, wind is off left to right, slow in the same direction of that wind, you're gonna lose it out that way. Whereas fast into the wind, not nearly as bad. So just, again, kind of in the wrong place of the miss. We'll see if this gets to the slope with the right angle and speed. It's too far out to the right, I think. Quite a bit of release down there, too. Hey, it didn't lip out. What do you know? Those have been lipping out all week. But maybe it's also just bad luck of, like, catching it on the wrong side of the hole. Right, I mean, we know that those perfect tempos are in there. It's not like the perfect tempos have completely disappeared. They're just a little less frequent. Let's get this one in for 42. Not a lot going on. I mean, like, it's breaking, but I think over the middle of this, it's breaking just a little bit less. I hope that's not a misread, though. In we go. This hole is a weird one. That felt good, though. That did feel good. I think in my head I thought I was taking driver there, but as soon as I heard the impact sound, I knew it was not the case. Okay, I think with the loft on this 6-iron, I do believe in this getting turned back over and feeding down. What I wonder... No, I think if you try and fade into this, I'm gonna lose too much distance. But actually, let's think about this. 196 easily 194, 12 mile an hour wind that you're hitting back over into. This could easily be like 182, which is way too short. 192 on the other hand. 5 yards off there. Play just like a baby fade into it, and then come on, wind. Get it to that ridge. Come on. I mean, obviously, I would have preferred for it to go in, but that's using the green exactly how it was made to be used. I went for the overpower. I got it. Fortunate kick. Not a fortunate lie though. Not a fortunate lie. That, however, is a shot from there. Alright. Well, that's back-to-back very, very nice proximities. And I think it's just the frequency in which we hit those is what keeps our proximity down most of the time. Alright, so we got about 13. It's gonna be playing off on our left to right here. So we're not gonna lose as much distance. We'll lose some, don't get me wrong. Like, we're gonna definitely land short. Dang. It's actually not that far off, but it feels like it is. Feels that far off right to left. Come on, man. Stop touching the rim. I don't know if that's a sign that we're learning. If we're on the rim that much, does that just mean that we're getting closer to getting them right? Or I'm trying to find a positive spin. Trying to find a positive spin on things. A bit fast. You've got to make sure you clear this edge, which means we need to just give it some D-loft. PGA Tour champ, thank you for the follow. Get in there. Get in there, champ. Legendary. So we've got, yeah, the uphill and that little bit of wind. I don't think you need much. I just think it needs a little bit of love. It's fast, which will help. Feels like that wind must have been playing stronger. Alright, let's bomb one down there. This is center enough in the fairway, even though there's a big camber right to left. Settle nicely in there, and then you have options. Potentially. I mean, you've got the pitch, which is like okay, but maybe we go full loft here. 'Cause this is gonna be 93. We are uphill a little bit. Let's call it 91. 96. And just take a little bit off of it. And it's way out to the left. Even with the push right, something here. .101 it. Yeah, those tailing winds have been carrying a little bit more than I'm playing for. Down the hill, little breaky. Put a little pace on it, drive it home. I got a little like crick in my neck. That's fun. Doesn't want to crack. Ugh. Alright, well hopefully that's not too bothersome for the round. There is a part of me that is considering like, what if we just calibrate for a summer tempo, but I feel like it's too late in the season at this point. Give a little D-loft on the 8-iron, play just a touch out here. Send her home. Look at that line. I could have actually played that straight. By the looks of it. .16th par 3, 164 yards. Let's call it 8 at the back. Pitching wedge gonna land somewhere close to pin high. I went fairly field with that in terms of like envisioning what the, you know, when you have the Pro Vision on, envisioning how much distance we lose. I did not swing. Gonna hit one out of bounds. Nice! Good job, Colby. Bonehead. Absolute bonehead. I don't know what happened there. I just like didn't swing. Alright, whatever. The bright side is these rounds don't count for me, so. Oh, see, this is where it gets tricky. I don't want to take a 7-iron to roll from here, but a 6-iron, I think we just need a little bit of loft, because if we're... hanging a little right. But distance control is hot. That's how you make par saves. That's how you make par saves when you put it OB. You just think about what your eagle would have looked like. Alright, I'm actually gonna go left-hand side here. Absolute bomb. I don't think it's actually like absolute bomb because I only hit it 101. Yeah, 347 carry. The whole idea though was if we did go long, that you've got like your uphill shot from there. But we've got plenty of room to work here as well. Ball's a little bit below our feet. Hey, what's going on, Tara? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Good to see you. Alright, so uphill there. Pull it back just a little. The bounce, time release. There's the strike. There's the line. Oh, a little short. Alright, I forget how touchy the pitches are. Chilling at home, out all day with your grandparents, helping them with some things. Hopefully the weather has been kind to you. Although you're back in Texas, right? I know Houston got hit with all the hurricane stuff. I don't know how things are where you're at. Hopefully not too much in terms of issues with power and those sorts of things. Alright, that's a solid final round. Dallas is fine, Houston is underwater. Yeah, I know they're a bit apart, but you know, storms come through all the same. Just different places handle them differently. Hey, what's going on, long legs? Welcome back. All right, let's do it. Round 3 back tees. So we've got high winds out of the east for this round. Fairways, very firm up quite a bit. Greens are moderate firmness and they are fast. So hopefully we can find some scores here. Gotta be mindful on the drives. Gotta make sure that we don't leave ourselves in positions to go, you know, too far off the rails. Because like this is very firm on the drive, but if you get it down there, all of a sudden the attack angle is a lot better. So I think we're gonna play it. Baby fast, but we played the fade. Maybe a little kick right and just feed up the hill, give us that attack angle. Okay, if we're more aggressive there's a chance you could try and squeeze something on, but I don't think angle-wise it's ever too much on the cards. Alright. Downhill, I think you can put a little bit of check on this. It's moderate but fast, so the initial kick here... Yeah, we'll play some backspin like this. Got a little rain and that's it. Well, we're getting stuff now, because I'm up near DC and, like, we just had a big storm roll through. We're going to have another big storm, yeah, big cell run through in, like, an hour-ish. Hoping that nothing happens with power or anything like that. See what we can do here. Kick left, feed to the hole. Come on, man. That's a good effort. That's a good effort. Just a hair too far. I guess I would have needed more backspin on it to get it to break down that way, or put a touch of loft in, because the kick was just a touch strong. Either way, we can make a birdie out of this and get our round off to a very good start. So let's try and do that. You're just trusting, with all that break at the end, you're just trusting that it starts to slow down and turn in. There's a part of me that says hit it firm and take that last little break out of it, but knowing how my luck has been going, we'd be very, very much so lipping that one out. Hey, baby slow up against the wind, that'll feed in nicely. I suppose you could maybe get aggressive and try and drive it down further. It just gets a little narrow, very firm with the camber, and honestly, 174 is not too bad. A wedge, though, with this kind of wind setup would definitely be better. Alright, so that's pretty sharp uphill. Say we still get some distance out of this, especially if we fully backspin it. Try and get it to sit. You're gonna be somewhere on that. Yeah, this is gonna be tight. I hit it a little fast, but that's okay. I think that miss is all right, because if we miss it short, we've got the huge putt back up. Hitting that fast there gets it to the back, feeds us, but we're in the right area. So now we've got a 12-footer with only a little bit of break going on. But obviously there's just enough in this to make it uncomfortable. Obviously, you've got break at the end. Downhill. I feel like I want to hit this firm. I feel like I do want to hit this fairly firmly. Like, if I put this just right edge with pace. How does that break that much? Oh, man. Somewhere in there was definitely some extra break. Cause I hit that pretty firmly, and that was definitely not a right side or a left side hit. All right, that's unfortunate. Little bit of a misread somewhere in there. take the par. But, feels like one getting away from us there. Nearly 90 years old from the Philippines. Cute and wholesome to see him get all excited about buying the Filipino spices and soup mixes. But everyone, oh, I'm sure there were lots of thoughts running through his mind about different meals and stuff that he was looking forward to making with it. So we've got about 10 off the side here. We're gonna be hitting back into it. Okay. The wind's cutting in. Gotta factor some distance for that. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, about the misses that we just can't really afford to have happen. Alright, well, let's just try and make the most of it, and then we've got to kind of resettle the brain here. So you're hitting through that early break, but it is turning at the end. That's a shame. Stays low. Right, 594 yard. I think. Let's play this a bit of a cut. I mean, we hit it kind of fast. I'm just trying to keep it short of that. It's gonna be hard pressed to get it there into 298. Yeah, uphill and into wind, narrow spot here. I'm not thinking we really have a good look, because it probably comes out somewhere closer to here. So I think you have to just play the 3 hybrid and lay up. As much as I want to try and go for it, I think you'd have to really squeeze that drive in order to have a chance. Now you have a backstop that you could potentially work with, but I think if you go too far with it, you're actually gonna just keep spinning it and like down into here. So I think ultimately sandwich pitch. I think we're gonna just try and hit a stock sandwich pitch here. Okay. Still gonna take the birdie here if we make this little breaker. All right, some missed opportunities, but 2 under through 4. It's not the end of the world. Plenty of golf left to go. Getting a lot of headwinds on this. You know, in my head, I said I need to be on the fast side so I don't miss right. Well, that was certainly on the fast side. But we're gonna remove that sort of sway thought from our brain real fast if that's gonna be the result. All right, 6 iron. I already hate the thought of this. 196, 25. We've got high winds, 13 mile an hour in. It's probably like 180, so this would be closer to 170, even if it came up just a touch short 7-iron would mayhaps get some release. Just gonna give a touch of D-loft on it to kind of try and ensure some stuff here. Man, where are these fasts coming from? I think I'm too far left. I'm not gonna get the feedback to the right. Okay, that's just a lucky miss. There's minimal skill in that. There's minimal skill in that. It's so scary because it breaks so much early on in the putt, but it just looks like I'm aiming miles wide. Big, big putt. All right, there's a lot of fairway to work with here, so we're gonna just try and hit a really long driver. If we can get the really long driver to go, leave ourselves something nice, hopefully. Is that too far to the right? Did we just kick ourselves into the rough right? That needs to be just like fractionally left. Kind of a nasty fairway. Don't really know how else you're supposed to play it. This should come out low. Low right, feedback left a little bit. It's all about the release here, which it's gonna have some, but it just landed too short. Alright, but now we've got to chip up the hill, which actually might be to our advantage. This is fairly short, and uphill, so it should come out pretty straight. But it's gonna come out back a little bit shorter. Just that last little movement at the end. The kick and break, just a little bit less. Ah, man. Close. Solid effort. Okay, gotta make the most of this. You've got gap wedge probably carrying around pin high. Something like this. How is it that fast? That one felt much closer to perfect than some of the other ones. Like, I know some of them have been quite fast. That one did not feel it. Pretty fortunate on the roll back down the hill here, though, just to give ourselves maybe the slightest bit of a chance. Very bumpy. Very, very bumpy. But a good read. Steal one there. Definitely steal one there. Man, a lot of these fasts. I just can't quite keep my tempo in check this week. What do we have here? Like 10-ish in, and we're on an uphill. It's a bowl. So as long as we can get the distance fairly correct, we should have relative safety, right? Relative safety. Uphill lie at about 10 miles an hour of wind. So what is our max distance here? We got 110 to the back, and we got a clear 101. So somewhere in that pocket is what we're looking at. 110. That's the distance. That's the distance. Definitely played it out still a little bit more to the right. So we've got pin high with some weirdness going on. You can tell it's breaking right to left on that half. I don't really know at my feet what it's doing, which is kind of a super fun variable to have in play. And like, it's also downhill, so you only want to play it so aggressively. Come on, break back. Freaking greens, man. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. I really don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Like, I have zero clue. I played like it was gonna break at the start. It is what it is. You know, if we're gonna get beat by the course like that, then so be it. Very funky green grids. All right. Get some D-loft going. I knew that was slow, but like fighting that fast so hard. Huh. Ends up being a little bit too much, huh? That came out very short. Lie at my feet played more than I thought? Or I didn't hit it firm enough? I don't know. Some disappointing chips here. Normally, we are able to give ourselves, I don't know, like a slightly better chance at a make. So many fasts. Like, it's not even funny at this point. If I could recalibrate and have that tempo, boy, I tell you, could have something nice going. Even when I add extra, it still slides under the hole. I do not see it. Alright, bombs away. Let's try for the eagle here. That'll be plenty. At 195. Okay. 9 or 10 at the back. 180. You know, I think that you can probably get this shot very much so, like, just onto the green and... Alright, there's the time to hit a tempo. And we're gonna land it to the right and get the very firm bounce. If I have that online, we are on the green landing that with a ton of spin, but no. We hit the fairway just short. And then the game physics give you a lovely demonstration of how they work. Alright, well, let's get on with it. Yep. No matter what I do, the ball misses below the hole. But a birdie is a birdie. Okay, we got like 7 holes left. Let's try and make something of this. Let's try and make something of this round. Definitely just one of those tournaments where the inputs aren't there, but the course also doesn't agree with you. So how we pulled out 13 under on the last round, I don't quite know. Hey, what's going on, Nib? This is Grindavick Golf Club Black. 12 miles an hour in the face here. Like, so you're playing definitely short. You can either try and cut this in with some D-loft, or we can try and get cute and kind of loft the 7-iron. I feel like I want to get cute and loft the 7-iron solely because of the amount of green in front. Maybe slow. Tips for improving on this game: when you play career mode, you can never break past 3 or 4 over. So I do have a tips video if you're interested in that. Those are gonna be like my starting 5 tips, but basically the gist of it is work on learning, like, try and hit 100% shots, because that's just gonna be the most consistent for tempo. Learn elevation changes and learn wind, and the combination of those things should hopefully start getting you into a closer proximity, and then you could start making some more putts and finding some more scores. Alright, so we've got 11 feet on this. Downhiller, I can be kind of aggressive with it. Nothing too crazy. And I think it's probably gonna break. There we go, nice. How far to hit the putt on uphill or downhill? So on uphill putts, I leave the aim. The uphill putts tend to be pretty good on the default distance that it gives you. For downhill putts, the way I look at it is this. I take off a foot of power for every 1 inch downhill. As the green speed gets faster, I take off more. So like, I'd say it's about 1-to-1 on moderate greens, so like 134. And when I say 134, I mean the number up in the top right there. So 155 is fast. So for fast putts, if it's 3 inches downhill, I aim 4.5 feet short. Roughly. You know, if it's very fast greens, the 186 greens, I'm playing like double. But if it's 134, I'm playing about 1-to-1. And on the slower greens than that, you can be a little bit more aggressive on it. You know, and over time, you'll probably become more comfortable with what those numbers are. But that would be where I'd say to start, is play about, you know, if you're playing on faster greens, play about 1.5 feet for every inch downhill. So this is about 10, it's down 219. You're into the 220s. It's moderates and then it releases. This is like desperately in between clubs. I can play 225 into the 230s. You need to get it like down and then rolling right to left. Right now with the 4, this is where like 3-iron is the perfect distance. Otherwise, like this punch shot on the 3-wood is gonna come up too short. All right, 241. I can play that and then try and draw it up against it. This is gonna be a little bit interesting, but I hit that too fast. It gets a little bit of a kick to the right before it starts moving right to left. That'll help, but that's not gonna be the case. Man, that thing just keeps on rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. 23 feet, a little bit uphill. Come on, man. Like, you gotta stop doing that to me. Gotta stop doing that to me. It looked... The aim before I hit it, it looked good. Apparently not. Alright, that's bold on my part, considering how many fasts we've been hitting to kind of play where if you hit it fast, you might just go into the water. But now, because of the aggression, we do have a look. Lob wedge pitch up the hill. We do land a few yards short and have some uphill. So I'm gonna give just a little D-loft on this. Something in here. Okay, that felt good. So it looks decent as well. Alright, it's a bird. 4 holes to go. Maybe we can sneak some more in. 240 on a front hole location. And very firm fairways. So yeah, they're not really giving us many options. Gonna land short of here if I go with this. 4 iron down, 224, some wind. Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of throwing it up there and hoping. Which is a lovely place to be. Way too fast. That ball is in the crap, unless it takes a friendly kick hard right. Ay, ay, ay. What? I think I was supposed to hit a partial there, and I didn't. Final answer. Now I'm gonna end up taking a double bogey out of pure idiocracy. Well, it would help if I could actually make putts, but I can't. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. Round was already not going great. I didn't really need that in my life. Well, now I'm going for broke. I was gonna say, if it kicks me into the bunker, I think that's the game just saying what it wants to. 94, 98. All right, that's the tempo. Why is it so far? Okay, there's the spin back though. There's the spin back though. Right, 2 holes to play. Let's get back ahead of things. We can't have a round as bad as round 1. Neb, thank you for the follow.
But with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
So if you're talking a few yards short of the hole, just go like kind of in a way where we're aiming for the right hand side or the left hand side. It's the right input. Should land, kick right. It's gonna go a little bit long, but it's moderate, so it shouldn't go too far. You just can't really land it much shorter than that in that situation. Right, so here it is 3 inches down, right? So about 3 feet, right, kind of in this ballpark. And then because it's 155s, yeah, I want to take that back just about another little half here. But as far as the aim for this putt, there we go. Nice. What archetype is best? I would say Sculptor or Powerhouse. Because ultimately, on lower difficulties, it may have a bigger bearing. We play on Master Swing, and so on Master Swing, the white section, right, for your perfects, your timing and your swing plane, no matter how many stats you put into it, this white section pretty much stays the same. The gray grows larger, so your misses are a little bit better. But at the level that we're at, we're mostly hitting our shots. Yeah, so I'm not as worried about having as big of a forgiveness area. So power is key because you want to have the extra distance. Makes getting on in par, you can attack a lot of par 5s in 2. You bring more loft into longer holes so you can stop the ball faster on front pins and different things like that. So ultimately I prefer power, and then it's kind of like power and then lie range are kind of the main 2 stats, with power obviously being the bigger thing. As far as skills go, mostly driver skills that give you distance or lie. That far right-hand column, I'd say swing plane or timing, whatever you think you need. And then mostly putting stats. I have very few in between. I think I maybe have like a wood off the tee and like a pitch tempo. Maybe a chip tempo one in there just to fill it. The skills don't really mean all that much in this game, to be honest. I mean, you can put a lot of thought into them if you'd like to, but ultimately it's really a minor detail. Power is probably just the biggest trait of them all. Alright. We hit our shot. It's gonna land short here and then hopefully just bleed on enough. Nope, that's too much speed. Got just too far. Such a fragile balance. Such a fragile balance. Hey, we finally left one high side. We finally left one high side. Unfortunate double bogey in there. It looks like that round is actually playing a bit tougher, just judging by the fact that we've got a few single-digit rounds inside the top 10. So I don't, at 8 under, I don't think we're gonna slide too far. We'll probably lose some spots, but I think we should be still sitting in a somewhat comfortable position. It's just not our week. This course and I are just not getting along. I mean, pretty good fairways in reg and greens in reg, but again, 27 putts. We had a 3 putt. I'm 2 of 11 from long range. So for the tournament, let's just like put this in perspective of how bad the putting has been. From long range, I think I am now up to a whopping like 7 out of 33. Like, I am making less than 1 in 4 putts. It's just, it's not good. It's not good. We're pretty close to, you know, we're somewhere like a 22% make rate outside of 10 feet. Inside of 10 feet, 92%. Yeah, 33 putts, 21.21%. That's beautiful. We've only missed 1 medium putt, but 1 putt's under half the time with 90% of greens in regulation. Yeah, that's a recipe for just not being able to score. And that double bogey was actually our first bad score of the tournament. So, it is what it is. Fortunately, this week doesn't matter too much. It's all about next week. So, we'll have to see how we handle ourselves as far as keeping our swing intact and everything. But yeah, 7 under and 8 under, it's just, it is what it is. There's only so much you can do. It should have been 10 under, but pair of bad inputs. I think I was trying to partial a shot and I like blanked on it and went and hit it full and shot it over, so. Those things are gonna happen. Those things are gonna happen. All right, so. Yeah, what's going on, Elder? Your message did not come through on my bot, so I apologize. My bot's been a little bit funky tonight, been dropping some of the messages, so I know I'm a little bit late to saying hello. If you're still lurking about, hi. So, what I had said earlier in the week and what is going to be the case for this week and next week is I think we're gonna run slightly shorter streams, kind of in this like 2-hour ballpark. Yeah, warm-ups, play the rounds, and then get off. So next week we've got the major. This week is just the Scottish Open. But I think ultimately what the goal is to take these shorter stream days, do some Elden Ring playing and uploading for the YouTube, which, speaking of, you guys should sub to the YouTube if you're looking for any of our other golf stuff that we've done in the past. We're doing our Elden Ring DLC. The original playthrough's over there if you're really looking for something to kill your time with. Yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here. But if you have not liked the video on YouTube or sub to the YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, this week, next week, shorter streams. I'm gonna get off and do YouTube stuff for our Elden Ring playthrough because I'm like so far behind. The week after that, when the full release of college football is out, look for maybe a week of just college football. We'll try it out. Give ourselves, you know, just like 1 week of relief from golf, and then we'll hop back in, do some golf and college football, and just kind of play it by ear from there. You know, I don't know how much we're gonna enjoy it. I hope we can get into it. Sounds like people really enjoy those games. I've never played them before, but I do enjoy college football, so that's the plan. All right, we'll be back same time tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, Twitch and YouTube. I will see you guys then and there. All right, have a wonderful rest of your Wednesdays. We'll reconvene tomorrow for round 4.